Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Last outing for Indiana, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to Cleveland. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's Kevin Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
The tallest building in the state of Indiana, the Chase Tower, rising high above our location today at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. The Pacers still playing on their home court in this one. This game, an interesting matchup for them, facing another middle-of-the-pack team. They're looking to take a step forward. This is the type of game that they've got to measure the progress with.
And they've got some additional incentive today. The season series is knotted up at 1 apiece, this being the deciding game. What do you think's going to go down?
Well, I tell you what, Greg, regardless of the season series count, you already know that both of these squads are coming out slugging. I mean, they're competitive. They know each other. Familiarity breeds contempt. So if you ask me, we're in for one of those knockdown, drag-out battles.
As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols in his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't, you're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest cannot be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job of managing the bodies of their players.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Ilgauskas is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bird. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Blackman in at the 2 guard. Over to the wing. Here's Towns. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, you look at Towns, and he's very good in the in-between game, can knock those shots down consistent.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Here's Blackman. He's covered by Thompson.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Towns with the steal.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Now here's Porter. He's coming off a 22-point game against Cleveland. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Terry Porter is a physical guy now. I mean, he's not that big, but he's physical. Excellent going into contact on the way up.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
And an excellent two-way threat. Porter doesn't generate a ton of excitement, but he produces across the board.
Harris is checked in for Hardaway. And Porter drops them both. And Clark, you played your entire career with the Pacers. What was your favorite memory during that time?
Well, certainly realizing the dream of being an NBA player, Kevin. I was the 8th pick overall. It was close to where I played in college at Ohio State. And then being able to perform at a high level to be a unanimous all-rookie team selection, that was a pretty good highlight for me starting my career.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Indiana shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
And as good as he's been in the NBA, we're looking at one of the greatest college players of all time. Thompson at NC State was a beast. The Wolfpack were dominant when Thompson was there.
Now here's Bird. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Yep, that one goes in there.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Scotty's checked in for the Pacers. Throw good, Bird. And even though he's still a young guy, Coach Borrego's seen how to do things the right way, Clark, under Coach Greg Popovich.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just another branch coming off the Popovich coaching tree. And, you know, his tenure, Borrego's tenure in Charlotte, I think will be interesting to watch, but he certainly has been well prepared for it.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Blackman, the pass to Aldridge. Poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Pacers fourth.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
Passes it to Blackman. Kicks to Harris. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Bird. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Gervin. Pacers leading by 4. Outside, Towns. Scott against Harris. Scott, good.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
And it's Harris with the ball for Charlotte. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Puts it up from 17. Shot's good from Bird. Bird's got 7 points.
Yeah, you know, going end to end, Kevin, Larry may not beat you with pure speed. Matter of fact, he won't beat you with speed, but his instincts, platinum level off the chart as a finisher.
Scott kicks to Towns. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Harris looking it over. Ilgauskas the pass to Aldridge. There's the pass to Bird. Over Gervin. It's rebounded by Towns. Pacers leading by 6. Indiana moving it around. And it's Gervin missing.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
Harris with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Ilgauskas. Gervin with the steal. Down low. A floater, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Pass to Blackman. From downtown, nailed from three-point land. Blackman's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pacers leading by 5. Now Scott. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Let's see where Charlotte sits right now in the league ranking.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
Here's Thompson. His last outing with 20 points. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
Now here is Harris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bird. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 11. He kicks it to Love. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here is Aldridge. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D.
Here's Blackman. They trail by 7. Passes it to Bird. Kicks to Harris. Uncovered. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
There's the peripheral vision we talk about. Bird finding a wide open teammate.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
Here's Collins following the score by Indiana. High arcing shot. Yep, that one goes in there. Collins has got his first points in this one.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Nate McMillan. David.
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Collins. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now, just a 2-point Pacer lead. Thompson against Collins. Thompson looking for an opening. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Thompson. Indiana moving the ball around. And the dunk by Wallace.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And so here's Charlotte. The Pacers making the shot. Collins kicks to Bird. From the corner. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Back to Scott. Over Teague. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Kukoc can't get it to go. Indiana leading. Inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And the Hornets making a change here. Miles is checked in. Scott against T. To the inside. In the corner, Collins with it. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the baseline, Jay. Collins has got 7.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
McCollum against Collins. McCollum kicks to Oakland. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Got to be more careful. Can't pick up 2 fouls this early on. You just can't.
The Hornets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Free throw good, Teague.
And you know what I like most about Teague is his confidence. I mean, he's unflappable. He's cool and composed, and yet plays the game with a real fire.
Gervin's checked in for Scott. That one drops. He ties it up. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court, too.
And that one's good. Gervin.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Miles. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Teague. Rebound by Wallace. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Gervin. And again, it's Indiana. There's a minute left to play here in the first. Teague against McCollum. Here's Miles. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Gervin against Kukoc. To the paint. Oak leaks to Gervin. Lock at 6. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
One shot.
Boy, the smoothness, the cool, the calm, the length, the Iceman. Unique as a scorer and one of the tougher covers ever in the NBA.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
First one falls for him.
Boy, the athleticism of Miles is way up there. I mean, this guy cranks out sick dunks like nobody's ever seen before.
He doesn't get the second one. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Indiana. 4-point game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
Here's Teague. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Indiana Pacers, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
Hornets trail by 6 on the floor for Charlotte. They've got Ilgauskas on the floor. Hardaway is out there with Collins. Then it's Kukoc, and it's Miles in at the 3 slot.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother, and she was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Now here's Gervin. 29 points for him last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Here's Kukoc. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, boy, what a terrific passer he is. Great floor awareness and does an excellent job finding the open man.
And that one's good. Gervin.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Here's Kukoc. Here's the floater. He lays it in. Kukoc has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And here's a look at the stats for Hardaway. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging about 24 points, 9 assists, and just over 2 steals. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
Gervin passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
Now here's Miles. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Gervin against Miles. Shoots. Kept alive by Indiana. McCollum against Collins. McCollum finds Towns. Clock is at 3. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And here on our 2K leaderboard, you see a breakdown of the best free throw shooting centers and power forwards over the past month. LaMarcus Aldridge 4th. And of course, Karl Anthony Towns.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And here's McCollum for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Hardaway against Porter. Lets a floater go. Count that one. The Indiana lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Penny Hardaway.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
McCollum to Gervin. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Kukoc with the steal. Here's Collins. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Love comes in for Ben Wallace. And it's Thompson in for C.J. McCollum. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And you know what makes Collins so hard to guard is a number of things. One, his effort is without question and constant. He's got high skill level, and he's also sneaky athletic as a combo guard.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
The pass to Hardaway. Banked in off the glass. Hardaway has got the game tied up here for Charlotte.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Pacers call time here. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Indiana. Gervin outside. Here's Love. Towns, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
Here's Blackman. 17 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And, you know, the length and height of Aldridge make him a tough matchup. He's a hard guy to go against, a strong forward that has an impressive mid-range stroke.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Harris outside. Hardaway up top. He's covered by Thompson. And he gets the bucket. Hardaway has got 9 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And he makes that one.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Now here's Gervin. He's got 18. Thompson passes to Porter. 6 to shoot. Over Bird. Bird with some nice D.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
Pass to Hardaway. Back to Bird. Hardaway kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Bird. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And you know, in the painted area, Bird has a variety of moves. Can take you either direction and finish with either hand. He's a nightmare to defend, and believe me, I woke up in sweats many a times dealing with that guy.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Kevin Love.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, and he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, and in every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
The Pacers making a switch here. Scott's checked in. Bird hits them both.
You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
Porter finds Thompson. Porter with it. Devin Harris covering. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, that was a really good look there. Porter's court vision sometimes I think is underrated.
Harris against Scott. Here's Aldridge. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now, here's Porter. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Teague, he's checked in for Hardaway. Shoots from 12. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Thompson.
Not sure that you can be more explosive than Thompson's been here tonight. He's got it in his head that he's going to score every time down the floor.
And here's the fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hornets.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
Gentlemen,
You know, the other thing they've been able to do in the early going is to get to the free throw line and convert tonight.
That one is off.
And Love once had a 30-30 game as a member of the Timberwolves. The guy is a force.
He hits the second from the line. And it's Harris with the ball for the Charlotte Hornets. There's the dish to T. Back to Harris. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Terrific awareness from the savvy point guard. Jeff Teague is excellent at getting the ball to the open man.
Pacers trail by 4. Passes it to Love. Inside. Here's Towns. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
And here is Harris. 5 points in the game. Tipped away. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. Again, Indiana.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Bird against Love. Puts it up from 17. Uses the glass to drop it in. Bird's got 15 points.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
Back to Scott. Five on the clock. Right at the free throw line. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Bird. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
Well, this is par for the course from Bird. I mean, once he gets in the rhythm with that laser focus of his, he's hard to slow down.
Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
The Pacers pull it in. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Thompson. Over Harris. And he can't bank that one in. Fires from the wing. Again, the Hornets score.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Thompson passes to Towns. There's the lob to Towns.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Teague against Thompson. Teague dishes to Aldridge. Shoots over Towns. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. He kicks to Scott. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
1:14 left now here in the second. Bird covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
The first one falls, and some changes here for the Pacers. Wallace is checked in for Towns. Oakley comes in for Kevin Love, and McCollum subbed in for Thompson. Good on both. Harris with it. 9 points in the game so far. 56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Thursday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Orlando Magic. Then on Friday, they'll head back home to host the Washington Wizards.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Scott, good.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
For Charlotte, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw good. Teague. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Charlotte. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
Now here's McCollum. 23 points for him the last game against Cleveland.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Teague against Scott. Now Teague. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. Three-pointer, Bird. That shot, no good. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. It was all about Indiana as the game got going. They had the upper hand early, defense and offense clicking, opening up an 8-2 run after the tip. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. Moving into the second quarter, they cooled off just a bit, but still played a competitive quarter, now tied at the half. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Charlotte?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, George Gervin has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. Kevin Love out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Porter. Then there's Gervin. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Here's Bird. 11 feet out and he hits it. Bird's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Charlotte.
Yeah, you know, when he's not beating you from the 3 or attacking the basket, Bird, very reliable from the mid-range.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Thompson. Averaging 17 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Porter against Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Bird. Fires from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Bird's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, it's interesting the way Bird shoots the basketball. Angles his body instead of squaring up most times, but the results are remarkable and unquestionably good.
Charlotte in the lead. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Love with the bucket. Love's got 9 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Lets it go from 14. And good. You got the English that time as it falls.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Porter to Gervin. Towns against Ilgauskas. Kicks it out to Love. And Indiana, another 3.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And there's the pass to Bird. Here's Aldridge. over Gervin. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Indiana's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Aldridge against Porter. Towns. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Porter finds Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Thompson. He's covered closely, and that one's good. Gervin.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Now here's Bird. 22 points for him. Shot on the wing. Bank shot, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Hardaway. Porter looking it over, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Thompson, left side. Buries it down low. Now it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. One of the stories here, George Gervin getting it done today.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. In second, the Hornets.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Hardaway kicks to Ilgauskas. Bird against Gervin. It's tipped. Thompson outside. He dishes it to Porter. Back to Thompson. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Knocked loose. Blackman, the pass to Ilgauskas. Here's Aldridge. No good, unable to end this run. Indiana leading by 7. Here's Gervin. And Thompson to Gervin. Larry Bird grabs the miss. The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And stolen by Love. Thompson outside. To the inside. Here's Love, and it's sent back by Aldridge, and he gets it back.
Yeah, and Ilgauskas stretching out there to block shots. Superb at using that huge wingspan to come up with rejections.
Here's Hardaway with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Hardaway has got 13.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Porter to Gervin. To the wing right side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Love. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9. Hornets trail by 7. Wallace is checked in for the Pacers. Here's Hardaway. He's got 13. Harris passes to Bird. Charlotte calls timeout.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10, and it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
Now off the inbound, and it's Bird with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Tries yet again. Wallace's shot is good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Hardaway finds Aldridge. Gervin against Collins. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Indiana leading by 5. Outside, Porter knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Wednesday, the Milwaukee Bucks will come into town. And then on Friday, the New Orleans Pelicans will come into town.
And in that matchup with the Pistons, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Bird.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Harris on the double team. Gervin against Collins. So both teams making some changes here. Off the inbound, and it's finished off inside by McCollum. McCollum's got 7.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Teague. He has 7. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And because Teague is a fairly high-volume shooter, he gets defenders to jump. You got to stay down on his pump fake.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Free throw good, Teague. And so Teague gets 2 free throws. Pacers leading by 3. McCollum outside. Wallace against Aldridge. Wallace kicks to McCollum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
I like the shiftiness of McCollum. I mean, feels like he can get any shot he wants to. Very efficient as a guard.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Indiana.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And he makes the first. And so McCollum nails both of them. Hornets trail by 5. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's taken away by Wallace. To the inside. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. And 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Aldridge's shot is good.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Puts it up from 12. Good on the jump shot. He's got 10.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Now here is Harris. 9 points in the game so far. Aldridge misses.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Collins, following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Harris inside, defended by Scott. Clock at 4. Collins in the post. He's got 12. The shot comes out. He's guarded by Collins. Wallace outside. Scott against Aldridge. Scott the pass to Oakley. From about 19 feet, it's rebounded by Aldridge.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
And here's Harris from the arc. The shot will not fall. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Inside, here's Scott over Teague. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Pacers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The first one falls. The Pacers making a change here. Towns is checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Hornets trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
1:25 left here in the third quarter. Down low. Kicks it out to McCollum. Indiana moving the ball around. Over Harris. Another shot. Wallace dishes to Towns. And now it's a double-digit lead. Towns has got 12 points in the game.
Beast mode in the painted area. Karl Anthony Towns. Hard to match up with him. His size and skill set, top level.
Now here is Aldridge. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. 51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. McCollum outside. Pass to Scott. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Teague for 3. Drops in the tray. Now just a 4-point Pacer lead.
And the 3-ball is a nice weapon in Teague's arsenal. He's dangerous from out there, surprisingly so.
Harris against McCollum. Six to shoot. Here's Towns, and it's in there. 14 points for him.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Pacers out in front, up by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis.
Don't miss the high-flying action this All-Star Saturday night as the NBA's top slam dunk specialists do battle in the slam dunk contest.
Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Defensively, we got to keep these guys in front of us. Shooting, contested, 2. All right, play defense without fouling, and they get 1 shot.
Being aggressive, GA, without fouling. That's a good message, and that's what Coach McMillan wants.
The worst thing you can do is bail a team out. It's important that they just lock down here defensively.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Devin Harris is out there with Teague. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Tony Kukoc. And it's Collins in at the small forward. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, and what you love about Kukoc, the versatility on offense and the terrific court vision.
Guarded by Kukoc. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Charlotte, trailing here by 8. And the Hornets call time here.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And the Hornets making a change here. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. I was able to catch the message James Borrego gave to his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. McCollum outside. Pass to Wallace. McCollum finds Scott. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Bird. And again, it's Indiana.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
He's guarded by Collins. Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, he scores in so many different ways. He's a huge matchup problem for any team. Towns can fill it up in a hurry.
Now, here's Teague. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Scott. To the middle. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside Teague. Pass to Augustus. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Collins kicks to Augustus. Clock at 6. Over Towns. And the rejection by Towns.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Teague, the pass to Bird. Back to Teague. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Teague's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, that's a nice read, Kevin, from Teague on that pick and roll. Saw what was exposed and then took advantage of it.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
The shot's good. Bird's got 28.
Yeah, Bird never ceases to amaze. His ability to score with a hand in his face, sometimes against multiple defenders, really a testament to his focus and his talent.
Now here's Porter. A wide open look for Love. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Love's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers. Hardaway against Porter. Left side Hardaway. Now here's Collins. Back to Hardaway. Poked away. Porter with the steal. Thompson outside. And Thompson throws it down.
Boy, the leaping ability of Thompson, so impressive. Easily getting off the floor to jam it home.
Here's Blackman. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Hardaway. That misses off the backboard.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Hardaway. After the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and that's number 5. One more, and he is going to be done for the day.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Collins. Here's Blackman. free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Blackman is a dangerous player. Good size, nice shooting stroke, and he can turn it up quickly. Shoots a high percentage from just about everywhere.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Pacers leading by 15. Got a piece of it. And here is Gervin. Out on his own on the break. Lays it in off the breakaway. Bird's got 4 this quarter.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And Aldridge comes over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You 2 players.
And so it's Indiana with it. Thompson dishes to Porter. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Here's Bird following the score by Indiana. Outside Hardaway. Great play by Bird to set it up.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Pacers leading by 12. Gervin outside. Poked loose. Stolen by Bird. Here's Blackman. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Hardaway against Porter. Inside. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. That's tipped, and the Hornets with possession here. Hornets trail by 10. Hardaway kicks to Bird. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Bird's got 15 points in just the second half. Porter against Hardaway. The pass to Towns. To the inside. Bird, the pass to Ilgauskas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And no doubt the size of Ilgauskas can be intimidating. He is a huge player with a surprisingly soft touch.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
2 shots.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Got a piece of it. Gervin with it. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Blackman. He kicks it to Bird. They double-team Bird. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Great play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got 5 assists in the game. Pacers leading by 3. Gervin outside. And Bird comes to help. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bird. Hardaway up top. Guarded by Porter. Hardaway against Porter. Hardaway kicks to Aldridge. Gervin with the steal. On the wing, Thompson. Towns finds Porter. Gervin outside. Indiana moving it around. And stolen by Aldridge. Now Hardaway. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Porter. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Pacers lead by 5.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
Yeah, we'll see, though, Greg. I mean, it looks like that might be the case. They might need a few more like it, though, because that lead has been steadily dwindling.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good. Bird. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Indiana Pacers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Gervin outside. Towns at the elbow. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Towns has got 8 points in the quarter.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Charlotte calls timeout. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, David Thompson.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Pass to Blackman. Porter against Hardaway. Five on the clock. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He feeds it to Gervin. Here's Love. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Hardaway kicks to Bird. Inside. Aldridge can't get it to go. Pacers leading by 5. Here's Towns. That one off the back iron and out. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Great play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got 6 assists here tonight.
Watching Hardaway take over games, love it. Remarkable scorer who can fill it up in bunches in a hurry.
Now here's Porter. Kicks it to Gervin. 1:07 left here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Towns has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Absolutely amazing, Kevin. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Here's Aldridge. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Love. Towns, the pass to Porter. Dishes to Gervin. And that's collected by Bird.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
An obsessive perfectionist. Bird's become one of the great passers this league has ever seen.
Here is Porter. After Penny Hardaway's bucket, Towns. Good!
Just terrific determination. First compiling the lead and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Charlotte calls timeout. They trail by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Greg, one possession at a time, and really, as you said, it's all about clock management right now.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth, and now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Blackman's shot is off.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.